Day by Day, Kids Bible, Day 77. Absalom takes over, 2 Samuel 15. Time passed. Absalom bought a beautiful chariot and got horses. He got 50 men to run ahead of him wherever he went. Absalom would get up early every morning. He would go to the road that led to the city gate. There he'd stand. People would come into the city to see the king. Some of them would have a problem. They would want to ask the king about it. He would tell them what to do. So Absalom would meet them at the gate. He'd call to these men, "Where are you from?" They would tell him. Then he'd say, "I know that you are right, but there is no one in this city to judge this case. Who will make me the judge? I will make sure that everyone is treated right." So people came to Absalom. They started to bow to him, but he'd shake their hand and kiss them. That's how he treated everyone who came to see the king. So all the people loved Absalom. 4 years went by. One day Absalom went to see King David. "I made a promise when I lived far away," Absalom said. "I asked God to bring me back to Jerusalem. I promised that I'd worship God in Hebron." "Then go," said David. So Absalom went to Hebron. But he sent men with a secret message to all the people. It said that they were to listen for horns to blow. Then they were to call out, "Absalom is the king in Hebron." Absalom asked 200 men from Jerusalem to come with him, but they didn't know what was going on. Now David had a special helper. This man helped David make wise plans. Absalom asked this man to come with him, so more and more people were on his side. One day a man brought a message to King David. It said, "God's people are following Absalom." Then David called together the leaders in Jerusalem. "Let's go," he said. "We have to leave. If we don't, we won't get away from Absalom. He will come after us. Then he will kill us and everyone in the city." "We're ready," said the leaders. "We'll do whatever you want." So David left Jerusalem. He took his family with him. All the people followed. Everyone in the country cried as they saw them passing by. They crossed a valley and headed towards the desert. The priests came too. They carried God's ark box. They set it down. A priest offered gifts to God on an altar. All the while, people were leaving Jerusalem. King David told one of his priests, "Take God's ark back into the city. God may be kind to me. Then he will bring me back to see his ark box again. But maybe God is not happy with me. Then he can do whatever he wants with me." David told the priest to take his son with him. He said to take another priest and his son too. David said, "I'll be at the river crossing in the desert. I'll wait to hear from you. You can let me know what's happening." So the two priests took the ark box and their sons, and they went back into Jerusalem. David went up Olive Mountain. He was crying as he went. He had covered his head. He didn't wear any shoes. All the people covered their heads too. They all cried. Now somebody told David, "Your special helper is with Absalom." So David prayed, "May my helper tell Absalom the wrong thing." David came to the top of the mountain. People used to worship God there. David's friend Hushai met him there. Hushai had torn his own clothes. He had put dust on his head. David said, "Go back to the city. Tell Absalom you'll serve him. You can work against my helper who is now with my son. He will tell Absalom what to do, but you can make his ideas sound like they're no good." "The priests with the ark box are in the city too," said David. "Tell them the news you hear at the palace. Then they will send their sons to tell me what's going on." So David's friend Hushai went back to Jerusalem. He got there just as Absalom arrived, throwing rocks at the king. 2 Samuel 16, Psalms 3. David went on. Soon he saw Mephibosheth's servant. He was waiting for David. He had a line of donkeys with him. They carried a big load. They had 200 loaves of bread. They had 100 rice cakes, 100 fig cakes. There was also a bag of wine. "Why did you bring these things?" asked David. "So your family can ride on donkeys," said the servant. "The people can eat bread and cakes, and the wine is for them to drink in the desert." "Where is Mephibosheth?" said David. He is staying back in Jerusalem, the servant said. He thinks he will get back the kingdom to his grandfather Saul, of his grandfather Saul. Then you can have everything that belongs to him, said David. I bow to you, said the servant. I want you to be happy with me. Now David and the people came close to town. A man from Saul's family came out of the town. He yelled bad things about David. He threw rocks at David and his guards around him. Get out of here, called the man. You're a killer. You're good for nothing. God is paying you back for killing Saul's family. God is giving your kingdom to Absalom. God is getting rid of you. One of David's army leaders spoke to David. This man is as good as a dead dog. Why let him talk to you like that? Let me go take off his head. You and I don't think alike, said David. What if God has told him to say that? Then who am I to stop him? Then David talked to all his leaders. My son is trying to kill me, said David. I'm sure this man is too. Leave him alone. Let him say bad things. Maybe God has told him to. God will see how sad I am. Then maybe he will pay me back with good things. He may do it because this man is saying bad things. So David and the people kept on going. The man from Saul's family was on the hill across the way. He kept saying bad things and kept throwing rocks. He even threw dirt at them. At last the king and his people got to where they were going. They were very tired, so they stopped to rest. David wrote, Many people are against me, God. They say God will not save him. But you are like my guard. You lift me up. I call out to God, and he answered me. I can lie down and sleep. I know I will wake up again because God keeps me safe. I will not be afraid, even if 10,000 people are against me. Come, save me, God. All this time, Absalom and his men were in Jerusalem. The man who had been David's special helper was there too. Then Hushai, David's friend, went in to see Absalom. He was doing just what David told him to do. I hope King Absalom lives a long time, said Hushai. Are you turning against your friend David? Asked Absalom. Why didn't you go with him? I'll stay with the one God chose, said Hushai. I'll stay with the one all the people chose. I'll be your servant.